Hello. Let's get a message from the Animal Spirit Oracle. I'm using the Pocket Edition. Okay, ooh, gazelle. Makes me think of higher consciousness with the, I don't know what these are called. Antlers, horns, reaching up to the heavens. And this makes me think of a halo, enlightenment, your crown chakra, intuition, gazelle. Okay, this is organized by elements, I think. One moment. I don't. Help. Here we go. All right. Heightened awareness. Crown and third eye. Heightened awareness and ability. Oh, spiritual gifts. Vulnerable. Oh, okay. Makes me think of authenticity, self-honesty, showing up, expressing yourself even when you feel vulnerable, right? Being real. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant. And this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. Okay. Maybe not taking the time to savor and appreciate all the energy that you put into something, right? No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Presence, mindfulness, being in the here and now. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Realizing now just how blessed we are now. Nurturing a spirit of gratitude now. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. When in balance, graceful, perceptive, artistic. Okay, you're a creative. When out of balance, food allergies, insomnia, racing mind. To bring into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, good food. Okay. I have no idea what yin yoga is. Whew, okay. Thank you. Beauty, grace, elegance, sophistication. Let's see here. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant. Okay, so that makes me think of protectiveness, self-defensiveness, boundaries. And this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. Yeah. Okay. Perhaps you are a workaholic at times, maybe pushing yourself and not taking the time to enjoy or appreciate the present moment. Maybe at times you're more future focused than present focused. Okay. Ooh. All right. Let's also see what comes out using the spirit animal, also the pocket edition. I have smallish hands, so these pocket editions are quite handy for me. Okay, let's see. Looking at the horns on the gazelle makes me think of the number 11. Stability, strength, balance. Good posture. The gazelle really does look very elegant. Perhaps you have a dance background, a ballet background, you have good posture. You hold yourself up high. Seeing the yellows and orange tones on this circle here, it makes me think you're growing in confidence, self-worth. Creative. And I'm noticing the ears on the gazelle, so it makes me think of clairaudience. You may have that ability. Interesting. Number 43, owl spirit. You see clearly now. Beautiful. This owl is wearing a crown. I think I mentioned the crown chakra here, right? Your intuition. Your trust in your intuition as well, I believe, is getting stronger. And you're very wise, of course, as symbolized by the owl. And an old soul. I always consider owls to be old souls. You see clearly now. Beautiful. That's so interesting because I already had the owl spirit tagged. I was taking notes on a previous reading, so that it came out again. Let's take it as a synchronistic sign. All right. Owl Spirit arrives to remind you that the wisdom within you is informed by your keen senses and the wisdom within, the consciousness we all share. Even in the darkest night, the owl sees clearly and is guided by every sense it has, including the first sense of intuition. Right now, your sensitivities are turbocharged, powering up, and you are receiving messages from all directions. Ooh. Owl Spirit reminds you to be wise and pay attention to what's between the lines. Seeing beyond the obvious. To what's between the lines. What is invisible to the naked eye. What cannot be heard with the ears. I mentioned ears. And what others may not be able to perceive. With all your senses aroused, you have much knowledge available to you. And I'm thinking including ancient knowledge. I mentioned the owl and its association with being an ancient old soul. Okay. Clarity will come as you sit with all that you are sensing, allowing your intuition to guide you in understanding the whole and not just the parts. Ooh, seeing the bigger picture. Let your wisdom arise and be your guide as you trust the acuity of all your senses. Makes me think of spidey senses, heightening senses. Intuition is real and can provide the clarity you need to understand your situation right now. Your relationship, your finances, your job, whatever it is, you can see the truth clearly now. Okay, a heightened perspective on your current situation and all of your relationships. Okay, how they are parts of the whole. Seeing the connection. Okay. Protection message. Are you feeling overwhelmed and overpowered by all that you are sensing? Okay. Maybe you are a highly sensitive soul. Are you highly sensitive right now? Are you highly sensitive right now and in information overload, feeling too much and taking in too much stimulation? The antidote for overwhelm is to become grounded and return to your safe nest so wisdom can offer you clarity and guide you on managing the flow. Take a break to ground yourself in the reality of your everyday senses. Go for a walk in nature. Perhaps you can stop to lie on the ground or hug a tree or just stroll down the street beneath the soothing sky so that you can regroup and clear your energy field. Clear your energy field. Okay, I think that's significant. Your wisdom and ability to make sense of all you are feeling and experiencing will return as Owl Spirit reminds you of your need to get clear. Okay, the importance of getting grounded as a highly sensitive soul, managing your sensitivity, all the energy that you are feeling. It may not all be yours, right? So getting grounded, yeah. Spending time in nature, for example. Breath work. Doing what you can to calm down your nervous system, to recenter yourself. Okay. Thank you. Oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's see what the past life energy oracle has to add, if anything. Oop. I'm hearing the song, I Can See Clearly Now. Oop. I can see clearly now. Ooh, number 7, addictions, reactive behaviors, reclaiming your power. Wow, look at this feast. I'm thinking gluttony. Number 7, the owl card reduces to a 7 as well. That makes me think you're potentially seeing 7s. Addictions, okay, reactive behavior, reclaiming your power. Balance, getting, like the importance of balancing yourself, moderation, right? So this is making me think, because this is a card from the Past Life Energy Oracle. Here's the box, the beautiful box by Sandra N. Taylor. If you have any addictions currently, addictive habits, addictive behaviors, potentially it may be, well, a contributing factor may be not only a coping mechanism due to the things that happened to you in this lifetime, but remnants of what happened to you in a past life, or something that you inherited ancestrally, down your ancestral line, through your ancestral line, lineage. Let me go back to... Okay, and the next card we have is number 29, which reduces to an 11. And I did mention, you may, that these horns reminded me of the number 11, right? Leadership, person of authority. There you go. Now that makes me want to put it with the owl card, because seeing the crown on the owl, it makes me think of personal sovereignty, right? Being the leader of your own life. And that relates to the solar plexus, it makes me think. Personal power, you're growing in personal power, confidence, self-worth. Potentially becoming aware of the root causes of any addictions that you may have. I'm noticing a theme of power. We have the word power here. Reclaiming your power. Yeah, personal power, right? Authority, leadership. I relate with power. Balanced power. Yes, and thinking of the number 11, I think I also mentioned balance, right? Balanced power, balanced leadership. perhaps you are a proficient communicator, a proficient public speaker, seeing this gentleman at a podium speaking. Either you're doing that currently, or maybe that is in your part of your journey here in this lifetime. And I'm noticing what we read in the messaging on the gazelle, how elegant and graceful the gazelle is, right? And look how elegantly this woman is dressed. They're all dressed very elegantly, aren't they? So you may have a very elegant style to you. Excuse me while I grab my magnifying glass, looking at the details. Okay, pink flowers. Looking at this scene, okay, looking at this scene. Initially, I thought gluttony, right? Because I was relating it to addictions. But there are alternative perspectives, right? And that's one of the things I'm sure you're shifting the more you evolve. So your perspective is shifting, which relates to you see clearly now, right? So you can look at this scene in a different way, not just gluttony. Another perspective, another way to view this scene is perceiving it as abundance, right? Yeah, because it looks like abundance to me. There are gold coins here. Abundance of financial stability. Grapes, I believe, also. One of the symbolisms is abundance. An abundance of merriment, companionship, right? Friendships, connections. An abundance of pleasure. Feeling secure in the knowing that Source always provides for your every need. And then some. The universe is abundant, right? There's more than enough. And returning to the owl spirit, you see clearly now, maybe at one time, you may have had a lack mindset, right? But your perception is shifting to an abundance mindset. And I'm thinking now, returning to what I said about you're potentially being a public speaker, a communicator in this lifetime. If you have communication skills, it may have been passed down to you, this skill, this oratory skill, from one of your ancestors through your ancestral lineage. You're becoming a person of authority. You are reclaiming your power. Okay. No other cards, I guess, from the past life energy oracle. Okay. Let's see if there's anything from the numerology guidance cards. Anything to confirm or add? Thank you. Number 9, completion. Purple tones, crown, third eye. I think I mentioned that earlier. Jumping. Completion, please. Oh, interesting. Soulmates, number 41. Do penguins mate for life? Don't quote me on that. More, please, on completion. Happy. 26. Okay. Putting these cards together. Completion, soulmates, happy. This soulmate connection will make you feel, well, I want to say it will make you feel complete, but the reason why you're attracting in your soulmate, potentially, according to these cards, is because you already have started to feel more stable within, right? Energetically, you're feeling more balanced. You feel more complete within, on your own. Returning back to what I said, what I was saying earlier, you're reclaiming your power. You are becoming a person of authority. You are sovereign. You've reclaimed your sovereignty. You see clearly now. You're starting to see yourself more clearly, right? Recognizing your sovereignty, that you are the leader of your life. But just the saying, oh, I feel complete, it conveys a feeling of happiness, right? Your soulmate, you will complement each other. Anything else? Thank you. To the sea, number 7, another number 7. So the addictions card has a number, is a number 7. The owl spirit, 43, reduces to a 7. Another 7. So yeah, you may be seeing 777s potentially. This makes me think that there may be travel involved. You and your soulmate may be traveling. Or you will meet your soulmate while traveling. Now this makes me think that you may have already started communicating with your soulmate in the astral, maybe in your dreams. Deep knowing. Oh, another 43. Look at that. 43, 43, 7, 7. And this is an owl. Okay. Is it? Yep, looks like an owl. Yes. You are definitely very wise. Yep, you see clearly. Especially intuitively, you have an inner knowing, a strong inner knowing. Deep knowing. Oh, and you're a deep thinker. Look at this, 44. That's a power number. Makes me think of stability, firm foundations. Thinker. Yang, number 1. Makes me think of the Ace of Wands card in the Tarot. Passion ignited. Passionate new beginnings. Healing hands. Creativity with the golden shades. Looks like a flame. Passion being ignited. More on thinker. Look at this. Okay. More owls. Look at this. Loyal heart. Soulmates. So we have like 4 owls so far in this reading. Both of you are wise souls. And how I mentioned in regards to my association with owls, them being old souls. This is a soulmate connection, a past life soulmate connection. And you have a deep knowing about this. Someone is coming. You have a deep knowing. You don't know how to explain it, but you know. Oh, and these owls also are wearing crowns, just like this first owl. Perhaps in a past life, both of you were royalty. And look at how the gazelle, one of the qualities, elegance, right? And I associated that with how all of these people in the past life energies cards, they're dressed elegantly. Okay. Ooh. The twin to your own loyal heart. That's a messaging here. That this is the messaging that I am getting from the cards. Anything else on completion? Ooh, and this is a number 9. It's an 18, but it reduces to a 9, and the completion card is a number 9. Serendipity. Okay. Oh, this is so nice. So you are likely going to be meeting your soulmate, your past life soulmate, who will ignite your passion. Both of you will ignite each other's passions. And both of you are likely very intelligent, cerebral, contemplative. Yes, you will likely meet in a very serendipitous way. Or use the Psychic Tarot Pocket Edition. Completion. Financial and material changes, number 5. Two of Pentacles, movement, choices, and decisions. And I am noticing the 2 wedding rings here. Makes me think of the soulmates and loyal hearts. So potentially, one of these choices, options, will be a commitment, long-term commitment, whatever that looks like for you. Temptation, well, that's interesting. Goes here, right? Yeah, it confirms the addictions. Now, I don't take reversals usually. I am new to Tarot and Oracle, so let's put it right side up. And I was clarifying completion. So you may be, if you have any addictions, addictive behaviors, either you're learning to manage them better, learning to be more moderate, exercise more moderation, or yes, the addictions will just dissolve, fall away, stop. It's a process, right? It's a process. Okay, well, I think I mentioned the third eye and the crown. Here's the third eye. Patience and planning, another number 7. And look at this. Okay, this is the 4 of Wands card in the Tarot. Foundation and achievements. Yeah, so that returns to what I said about seeing the 2 wedding rings on the 2 of Pentacles card. Yeah, soulmates, loyal heart, happy, serendipity. All right, so you've ended a cycle. You've ended a cycle. And what's coming in? Your new journey. Part of your new journey. The energy here reflects a timeline where someone will be reuniting with a past life soulmate. And the 7 of Pentacles, how I am interpreting this is I'm looking at the columns. Columns I usually associate with stability, strength. Well, that goes back to this leadership card here. So yeah, in reference to the Devil card, I think, just based on my looking at the pillars, yes, 44, 44, you are, or are about to, better manage any addictions, addictive behaviors that you may be experiencing right now, that you may be partaking in right now. I'm hearing it's part of your purpose. Learning and growing through your addictions. Okay. Throat chakra. Okay, that goes with the leadership and what I said about you're being a good communicator, potentially being a public speaker. Okay. Addictions. And if you are finding yourself being critical of yourself for any habits, any addictive habits or behaviors, and looking at the word patience, it makes me think, be kind to yourself. Kind and compassionate. Addictions, please. Sacrifice. This is the Hanged Man card in the tarot. Seeing things from a new perspective, an enlightened perspective, a more compassionate perspective. You can see clearly now. Yeah. Anything else on addictions? Part of why you may be overindulging in certain things, like maybe overeating, smoking, drinking to excess potentially, is to cope through feelings of discontent and boredom. And I'm noticing the rainbow down here, and also there's a rainbow on the Hanged Man card, the Sacrifice card. That just, for me, that's like Spirit sending you love and compassion, and to remain hopeful, because if you are currently struggling with any addictions, to hold on to hope. And yeah, ask Spirit for help. Your highest self, God, the divine, whatever word resonates with you. Because I'm looking at the woman's hands here. Her palms are touching like this, like in prayer pose, right? Pray to Source for support. Leadership, please. Leadership. And if you hear a critical voice, that's not Source. Source is a frequency of unconditional love. Suffering in silence. But this was I asked about leadership. Well, this makes me think, just looking at the image, the woman is at the top of, let's just say, a small mountain. She climbed that all alone. And she's looking out into the horizon. She doesn't look defeated to me. She's not crouched over, looking down. She's looking up, ahead. She's stronger now at having traversed the incline, right? She's now at the top. Yeah, so that makes me think, leadership, spiritual strength. Makes me think of the Hermit card. Even the Hierophant card. You went within, gained spiritual strength. You became, you emerged your own leader. You showed yourself by going through all those trials, difficulties. You showed yourself what you're capable of, that you were stronger than you gave yourself credit for. And you can take all the lessons from all that you've been through. And if you have a public-facing role, that will make you more relatable, and it informs you, right? All that you've been through. All that information, that knowledge will make you an even better, stronger, relatable leader. Wow, okay. We already got the third eye chakra. Now we've got the crown chakra. Remember, I mentioned crown and third eye. You're highly connected to your divinity, and you're highly intuitive. You have a deep knowing. It's your intuition. Yeah. Another number 7. Sevens galore. So this makes me think spiritual leadership, right? Again, that makes me think of the Hermit card and also the Hierophant. Okay, this reading has gone on quite long, but let's see if we have a final message using the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. Thank you. Anything to add? Any closing message? Oh, okay. Yes, you're definitely going through a transformation. You've gone through a completion of a cycle. Yep. And there's that past life love confirmation. The Lovers. This looks like, yes, I'm seeing Egyptian symbology, ancient Rome as well. So ancient Egypt, ancient Rome potentially, but a past life love. There you go. putting all the owls together. Oh, you wise, wise soul. Yeah, okay. I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much.